Been running into a lot of flip-floppers, and they're just like, oh, you know, what's the hardest part? Do your knees hurt? Do your feet hurt? And I'm like, oh, my feet hurt, but it was only for like the first 800 miles. After that, you're fine. Like, your feet are so calloused, you don't even feel them anymore.
Pizza Cutter named me. I didn't get my name until after the Smokies, which is pretty far into it, a couple weeks, I remember.
I was at Hostel Around the Bend in Georgia, and I had gotten a deep dish pizza.
When I stayed at the Knock, at the hostel at the Knock, in the middle of the night, I turned up the heat.
Almost everybody else had names, and Pizza said, Laura, if you don't have a trail name soon, everybody's just gonna think you're a day hiker.
The hostel had like a real flimsy, like dollar store pizza cutter, and I was trying to cut the crust on it, and the handle snapped, and I sliced my hand open on it, and I bled all over the floor.
And it ended up being probably like 80 degrees, and a bunch of guys got really upset with me, and that's when they called me Heater. They were like, you're Heater.
Another hiker, Reset, was with us, and he started yelling, day hiker, that's her name. And then also, Pizza thinks that when I start hiking in the morning, I always look fresh and clean, like a day hiker.
I went out into the driveway, and the caretaker, Bear, was out there. And I was like, Bear, I'm sorry. I got blood all over your floor. And right after all that, I went back inside, and there was this guy inside, WD. He was like, that's your name, it's Pizza Cutter. And I was like, yeah, it's original enough. I guess I'll stick with it. It works for me.
Make sure your sleeping bag and your clothes are warm enough. Make sure you have a system that you can keep everything dry, because sometimes when you're hiking in the rain, like, all you want is dry clothes at the end of the day. So it's very important to keep everything dry.
Just don't ever give up, you know, keep going, because it's worth it. You know, no matter how bad it sucks sometimes. The cold can really suck. The heat can suck. Just keep going, yeah.
Don't hike by yourself, hike with a group. It changes the experience to be with a group of good people that like you enjoy being with. It's so much better than being by yourself.